Hi, my name is John Travis Jacobs, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys today about the importance of serotonin in a human body and all of the effects that it has on the central nervous system as well as the peripheral nervous system. So, to start off the introduction, serotonin is a molecule that's used daily throughout our human body. It's going to be known as a signifier, and it's classified, the common day term for it is the happy molecule, and it's because it's the precursor for all of the happiness and emotions that go on inside your body. Later on, I'm going to be talking about the fact that serotonin is a precursor for melatonin, which we all know is used for sleep aid. But going off of that, it's going to run through both the central and the peripheral. So the central nervous system is going to be your brain and spinal cord. Your peripheral nervous system is going to be the outer nerves connecting all of your limbs like legs and arms. So, like I said above, CNS and PNS, and then Harper talks about the importance of serotonin running through those as a signifier, a signaling molecule, which I will talk deeper into on my next point. So, the first point that I'm going to be talking about is the chemical and physical properties of serotonin. So, it's composed of tryptophan, which is a component in most proteins used throughout the body, and tryptophan hydroxylase, which is also the chemical reactor. So, it's two-part. It is one part protein, one part chemical reactor, and that's how you get this signifier. It creates the two, which is 5-hydroxytryptamine, which you can see right here, and it's going to have an amino group, and this amino group is this NH right here, as well as that NH2. So the molecular formula is C10H12N2O. This is going to mean that it has 10 carbons, it's going to have 12 hydrogens, 2 nitrogens, and 1 oxygen to compose a full molecule of serotonin. So the molecular weight is going to be 176.219 grams per mole, and that's some weird science terms, but it is important because it tells you how much one little serotonin weighs inside of your body running through those systems. And it's considered a monoamine. Like I said, that one NH group right there, one monoamine is that group. And then it is a biochemical messenger, like I said, so it's going to start in the brain. Let's say you touch a hot pan, you move it away, it's because serotonin and other different signifiers are running through that system to order your arm to move away as if you don't like that heat. So, next I'm going to be talking about the reactions that serotonin has in your everyday life. So right behind here, you can see this picture. That is going to be a neuron, which is just the cells that are found in the nervous system. So serotonin could start right here, travel down this axon and into these axon terminals with those caps at the end, and that's going to signify muscles, different reactions throughout every day in the body, and so it's able to properly function in a way that provides these senses from, like I said, the brain and spinal cord to the rest of your body. It's going to be called an action potential, and an action potential is the main action of the nervous system, and it's really important because, like I said, it does help you to do those everyday actions that we find so common. It's going to come from the neurotransmitter, and that's the biggest point with serotonin is it is a neurotransmitter, meaning it transmits these from these axon terminals at the end into different parts of the body. And then synthesis of serotonin is going to require the enzyme tryptophan hydroxylase combined with oxygen and iron, which will fully synthesize that serotonin, and that's going to make it run every day in your body. And I got this information from McClintosh in 2018, and this article really helped me to understand the reactions that go on in everyday life in greater depth. So this picture right here is going to be the full synthesis, like I said, of serotonin. So you're going to start with your tryptophan, combining with tryptophan hydroxylase to create that hydroxytryptophan, which is the 5 in front of it represents the chemical symbol. And then later on, it's going to be aromatic amino acid decarboxylase, and that combined with that is going to make the serotonin. And later on in this picture, I didn't show it, but serotonin does go on to form melatonin, which is the sleep aid. Lastly, the third point with the conclusion, I'm going to be talking about the fact that serotonin can be found in a plethora of different psychological disorders, and I think that's important because you work with people each and every day, no matter what position you're in with these disorders, and serotonin is typically a precursor of that. So obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, is a prime example of this, and it is found very commonly. It's people who have like repetitive actions. This can be due to serotonin, and you can see that in this picture right here, this is the synapse, which is the space in between two neurons, those cells that I showed you guys. And this is where this serotonin is going to be resting, and you have reuptake inhibitors, which deals with the OCD disorder. So it deals with the brain and its ability, like I said, to have reoccurring thoughts. So when a patient is diagnosed with OCD, they might be prescribed serotonin reuptake inhibitors, like I said in this picture. They're more commonly known as SRIs, and they're really important in the medical field today. So it's going to, like I said, inhibit the reuptake of serotonin in the body, and it's going to affect the sleep-wake cycle. And the sleep-wake cycle is due to the melatonin, which serotonin is a precursor for. So through testing this, scientists were able to gauge a better understanding of the full effect of serotonin. So through reading these literary devices, I found that serotonin was highly related to OCD, and I found that that was extremely important to involve in this speech because it deals with life every day and people that we encounter every day. I'm thankful that you guys were able to listen to this, and I hope that it was as enjoyable to listen to as it was to make. Thank you.